What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Um, Saturday morning live. I have to admit, I could have been on here a lot earlier, and I'll tell y'all why once I see a few of y'all pop into the room. But we are here, man, and we got a topic tonight that I definitely want to go into because it's kind of been the situation, but it seems like it's getting a little. I could be wrong. It just seems like it's getting a little worse. Do me a favor and click the like button as you come into the room. That's that thumbs up icon. I would love for y'all to show your big brother some love and click it because it helps to circulate the videos. At least that's what I'm told. Um, it's this thing called the algorithm, and you do everything you can to immerse yourself into it and get a little bit more visibility. So when I ask y'all to click that like button, that's the reason why. It's not just because, you know, I'm ego tripping or nothing. I want to tell y'all what to do. It's just for that purpose that I mentioned. But yeah, I got on here a little late tonight because y'all know it's March Madness. So I was caught up in the madness as well. I was watching my home city, University of Houston, advance to the Elite Eight. In the Elite Eight, first time in a few years. And it was a really good game, another really close game for my guys, but they pulled it out. So shout out to U of H, man. But tonight, like I said, we have a topic, um, and we're going to get right into it. And then I'll open up, I'll do a semi open topic. Once we get this covered and get this out the way, then I'll open it up tonight for some of y'all other questions. But as the title says, social media does not make you invincible. And the reason I decided to go with this topic was because I've noticed, just like I'm sure many of you have noticed over the past few years, that people will log on to social media. People will get on social media and become somebody else. They will become somebody that they are not when they're not on social media. Now, are there some people who are consistent in their personalities regardless? Absolutely. But those are not the people we're speaking about or referring to tonight. We're talking about those individuals who have discovered the ability to create a persona, to create an image of themselves when they get on social media. And that image is not necessarily reflective of who they really are. And sometimes it's harmless because sometimes it's just about capping and flashing and acting like you have more than what you have. And while that's harmless in terms of just in general, it still can be very dangerous because if somebody believes you, then you could be unwittingly and unwillingly making yourself a target. But if you are a person who takes to social media and portrays an image that you are some tough guy, you portray an image that you are just some gangster, some hard person that just, you know, you want all the smoke, you want all the problems, You dropping addresses and telling people to pull up, all these different things. And that's not how you built, or it is how you built, and you're going out of your way to show people that that's how you built. But what happens is you get followers, you get subscribers, you develop a following where people are actually checking in and tuning in to your content on a daily basis. You go live and you may have a couple of thousand people on your live, could be more than that. So now you have become, in a sense, you become a celebrity, and you have people who are gravitating towards you. And just like if you were a rapper, just like if you were a professional athlete or any type of famous person, your ego starts to, in some cases, take over and overpower logic. And it overpowers reality and gives you a false sense of reality to the point where you think that you are invincible. Nothing can happen to you. Or the invincibility aura comes because you have so many followers, you have so many fans, or whatever it is you have. And in your little world, in your bubble, in your social media bubble, you get all this love and you think that, oh man, people love me. Oh man, when I do nothing to me, they love me. And you may not even have that type of attitude, like you just hard or you just thug or something, or whatever it is. You just feel like everybody loves me. And while most people maybe one or two that doesn't, maybe one that's jealous, one that's envious. So we don't move with the same caution and the same thought that we should, because social media has turned us into celebrities and has put us in a mind frame that we are something that we are not. And it's easy for that to happen to some people because in the music industry, I'll use the music industry as an example. That's the industry I'm in. When you start to receive love and start to receive people reaching out beyond your city. See, the first time, I go back before there was even such a thing as the internet, much less social media. I go back to that time. So we would actually have people who would send in actual real life fan mail, not email, mail, a letter would come to the office, come to the record company's office, and you would look at that letter and it would say Australia on it. You would look at that letter, it would say Tennessee, Indiana on it. And in the beginning, you like, man, somebody actually wrote me. Somebody took the time to purchase one of these and a stamp to go on it, get some paper, pen, and write to me and tell me how much love they got for me. I'm saying this to say that I come from that time. That was over 30 some years ago. So what happens is once you receive fan letters, you get used to that. Now here comes the internet. Now you have emails that people send. And before social media, it was people would email you or they would come on your website. They would go on different websites that had hip hop discussions and message boards, and they would discuss you and other rappers, and you would see it from that angle. And then we had social media. So social media became a way, along with a website, to consolidate all of your fans and all of the people that rock with you, to kind of get everybody in one place. My ultimate point is that for artists, after years and years of that, leading up to that, most of us, we were used to it. We were used to fans showing love and receiving fan mail, email, however it came, social media love, comment sections. We got used to that. So even when we started doing what I'm doing right now, going live and interacting with y'all, we was used to it. But what social media also did, it created it those platforms were also free for anybody else, free for so-called regular people to create content, to show their personalities and do that. And many of them became big names off. Many people have gotten rich off of social media, YouTube channels and Instagram, and however they get down, they have become very wealthy because they had personality. They had valuable content. It ain't always about getting on there talking crazy to draw in interest from the people. Some people get on there and start cooking food, doing recipes and stuff, and their channels pop off. All kinds of different things. It don't have to just be a rapper or whatever. So the playing field leveled out. But for those individuals who were not used to that type of celebrity, for some, it kind of swole them up a little bit. And for others who were still in the streets and they decided to, hey, I'm going to go live and I'm going to pull out all my dope and lay it out on the table. I'll pull out all my guns and show everybody how many guns I got. I'm going to get on there and I'm going to perform this song where I'm talking about them dudes on the other side of town and what I'm going to do to them. I'm going to get on here and tell everybody how hard I am and ain't nobody going to do nothing to me and this is where I'm at. And then people started to react to that. So now you hear, oh man, old boy got shot on live. They roll right up on him. Because when we're looking at those numbers, we feel like those numbers are the shield around us that protects us, and it's not. I don't care if you got 5,000 people on your live stream, those 5,000 people are spread out all throughout the country and all throughout the world. They are not a protection for you. And even if they were right in front of you, it's not their job to stand and take a bullet for you. So if you have this thought that, man, look at all these people I got with me, man, all these people rocking with me, that's not going to save you. That does not make you invincible. Then you pull out all your money. And I'll never understand. Well, I guess I understand, but I'll never agree with when brothers get on social media, and they have to pull out all of their money. Now, I understand the mindset. The mindset is, I'm gonna prove to y'all how good I'm doing. I'm balling. I'm doing good. I'm making this bread. I'm getting this money. I'm getting money. Y'all ain't getting money. Especially if my message is one, it's an aggressive message towards the haters, which we all got. We all just feel like everybody's hating on us. So it's aggressive message towards the haters. So yeah, I'm gonna show all my haters that I got all this money. I got this big old stack of money. That it's always money, 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 money. I'm gonna show my money, 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 money. And the true reality is that no wise man or woman would agree that it is logical or wise that if you have money to be just going around flashing it all the time. That's not a wise man or woman on this planet who would advise you to do that. But it's something in us that causes us to feel as though we got to show, we have to validate ourselves by showing everybody that I got money. I'm somebody. See me? See what I'm saying got to be true, because look at all this money I got. So what I'm saying to you is an actual fact because I have money, meaning that this money proves that I know what I'm talking about because I made this money. And that's just not wise. Would you leave your door just open at night when you go to bed? Would you invite company into your house? And when company comes into your house, you got money just laying all over the place. You got jewelry just sitting all on the coffee table, just out and open. And you say, oh, man, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. So when you do that, you put a target on your back. But the problem is, if you explain to somebody, well, hey man, look, because this is normally what the thought process would be with me. I'm like, hey man, you know what, man, it's good that you're doing well financially, but man, you don't have to prove you ain't got to show everybody what you got. It's not nothing that you have to validate and prove to the world that you're successful. You ain't got to do that. Because it puts a target on you. Man, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. You let them come around here trying to do something to me. Why even have to do that? Have to go through that thought? People may speculate anyway, but don't show everybody what you got. But the reason behind that is it's because this whole social media dynamic, this whole entity has made many people feel as though they're invincible. Nothing can happen to you. That's the thought. It can't nothing happen to me. Why can't nothing happen to me? Because I'm me. Even after we've seen too many examples of the opposite. Been too many examples of the opposite. But part of it comes because if we're gonna talk about what it is that we do, we got to talk about why we do it. And coming from where we come from, man, you know, most of us, we come straight out the hood. Never had nothing. Never seen no big money like that. Even if you had good parents, you know, they were doing all right, but you may not have just had it like that. But if you was really, really down growing up, $100 was hard to come by. So now when you get it, you feel like I got to show the world that I made it. That's the thought process. But that's not wisdom. It's not wisdom. Because we focus too much on those, I won't say we focus too much, but we're leaning mentally towards those who love us. And those who love us would never do anything. But out of them 5,000 people that's watching your live, you think all 5,000 of them love you? You can have 5,020 people on your live. And all it takes is 2 of them to not like you enough. So we got to stop making the mistake of thinking that our status creates some invisible force field around us where nothing can happen. And even verbally, meaning that the things that we say, the things that we reveal on social media, a lot of times they come back to incriminate us later on. We feel as though, and that's why when y'all hear me talk about DJ Vlad and people like that, whoever they may be, and I always encourage artists, hey man, I encourage you, number one, not to even go on that platform. That's number one. But I know that's not going to stop. But number two, I encourage you, okay, if you're going to go on the platform, be wise enough. Don't be stupid enough to let this devil trick you into running your mouth and saying things that you should never be repeating in private, much less on a worldwide platform. We got to be smarter than that. If you ain't smart enough to not go on there in the first place, at least be smart enough to not let him sucker you into talking about something that will get you killed or incarcerated at some point later on down the line. But we have this thought, I'm on social media, I'm just talking about it in the interview. Nothing they can do to me, I'm just talking about it in the interview. Man, them people watch all this stuff. Them people watch, they look at all this stuff. And if you somebody that's already on the radar, you just helping to just, you might as well just take the rope and just put it around your own neck and just, okay, I'll go ahead from here. Then you do some dirt, which you was crazy enough to do in the first place. And then not only do you do it like you some freaking mob boss or something, you turn right back around and make a song about it and put the song out. And you put the song out, you play it on social media. These are intelligent men and women, young men and women. So when you see intelligent young men and women, and the reason why I say they are intelligent, because some people may try to argue with me. No, man, they ignorant, man. They get what they deserve. There are degrees of ignorance in all of us, of course. But I say that they're intelligent simply because, as I stated earlier, many of us, we came straight out the mud. Nothing. No college degrees. Most cases didn't finish high school. No training, no nothing, but took a God-given skill and parlayed it into a empire in some cases. Some of these young cats doing well in the music business. Some of these young cats doing well in the world of social media. They have become millionaires behind. So that's intelligence. They figured out how to do it. But we offset the intelligence with stupidity. Because, like I said, a lot of times our ego, based on now this newfound fame, this newfound celebrity, this newfound attention, has swollen our head and our chest up. And we start thinking that we the king or the queen of the world. And then things happen that should make us realize that we're not. So, to flash back to something that I heard Minister Farrakhan say as he was talking about social media, and I don't remember exactly, I just remember the context of him saying how social media can be used, if used properly, can be a good thing, can be a good tool if used properly, just like anything else. But if you use it stupidly, then the results will reflect the way you used it. The results will be based on the way you used social media. So it would be, I don't know who will see this live. It ain't that many people in here with us, but it would be my hope and wish and prayer that we would come to the realization of the importance of, hey man, stop glorifying BS. Stop glorifying that, because we have impressionable minds that are watching, impressionable young people, old people that are watching, and in their mind, they're like, I want to do that, what he's doing. I want to stand there with a blunt in my mouth, with a bunch of money in my hand, talking a bunch of stupid talk. You're not invincible, man. Your social media persona is not a bulletproof shield. It is not a law enforcement proof shield. It's not a public scrutiny proof skill. It's really just an illusion. It's really all it is. Y'all hit the like button if y'all in here and haven't hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't done that already, man. I want us to be smarter than we are. I want us to be smarter. We don't see other people, other cultures, we don't see them doing that. And they got way more money than we got as a group of people. They got way more money. They don't go around flashing money. I've never seen freaking Bill Gates or Elon Musk walking around with stacks of money in their hand. Like, yeah, man, it's that billionaire life right here, man. And I'm not saying that about them as if to say that they're good, righteous men. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that as businessmen, they don't have to, as successful, highly successful businessmen, whatever moral questions you might have, it's not necessary for them to move like that. It's not necessary. I don't have to put on this flamboyant outfit and walk around. It's not necessary. Who they are in terms of their financial success and status, not as people, who they are speaks for itself. But our condition, I get it. It makes us, hey man, I got to show the world, man, look what I did. I didn't have no daddy. I didn't have no education, man. And look where I came from. I did it, man. I went to jail for 5 years and I came out and everybody's, man, I was homeless I get all of that. That's part of the reason why we like, man, we want to show the world, man. We want to validate, man. I made it. I got it from the mud. But you don't have to do it like that. You ain't gotta let nobody know. You ain't got to. Let what you do of good with the money, let that be your spokesman, if that's what you want. Some people don't want that. Like some people do good works, charity work. They don't, you ain't gotta even mention my name. Because they don't do it for that reason. But I just want y'all to be safe, man. I just want y'all to be smart. Because the same rule applies when you have evil people, when you have disgusting people who think that they're invincible because of social media. You see these people go on racist rants. They get on there and they want to check black people. Do you live in this building? What are you doing over here? Who do you know over here? Why? I need to see your ID. No, you can't come in here. I'm recording you. And they do all that racist crap because they think they're invincible, mixed in with their privilege. And then somebody points out, oh, that's Elizabeth. She works at such and such, and she loses her job. You ain't invincible either. My bad, Karen. You ain't invincible either. So social media has made everybody stick their chest out. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. And one of the reasons why it's an illusion is this, and this is very important that we understand this. One of the reasons why it's an illusion is because that we better realize it's an illusion is because they can take it away at any second. They can decide tomorrow, No more Instagram, no more YouTube, no more Facebook, no more Twitter or X or whatever it is. No more TikTok, no more uh, Snapchat, no more whatever. They shut it all down whenever they want to. And when they shut it down based on the um, technology addiction that we all suffer from to some degree, some higher than others. Some people are manageable, some people are extreme, some people are But most people are addicted to technology and these platforms in some form and fashion. Man, I ain't addicted to no. Yes, you are. Man, how you gonna tell me I'm addicted to technology and the social media? How misplace your phone for 2 minutes? Let 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes pass by, and you don't know where your phone at. Watch what happens to you and to anybody else. Watch what happens when you got your phone, but you see somebody else that lost theirs. Look at the look on their face. Look at the immediate attention that's directed towards finding that phone. The panic almost. So yeah, there's an addiction. And guess what we've done? We have passed that addiction down to our children, because now the 7-year-old, 8-year-old, the 9, the 10-year-old, they got phones. And all day long, them heads is buried in their phones, to the point where a punishment for a child today in 2025 is to take away their phone. I saw a teacher try to take a student's phone away, and that student went ballistic. It was a fight broke out. A melee ensued because that child was like freaking out, like, no, you ain't taking my phone. You're not taking my phone. And in some cases, the parent can't even take the phone. Some of y'all can't take y'all children's phone. Y'all can't even take y'all children's phone. You'll see a side of your child you never saw in your life because it's an addiction. So don't tell me that we're not addicted to technology. Remember when they was about to take away TikTok? People was losing it, freaking out. This thing has taken control over all of us, and it's not even real. It's a dance that we dance in the moment. It's a song that's playing in the moment, but sooner or later the song goes off. Nothing is forever. You make the most out of it while you can, but nothing is forever. But I've seen people like right now, we got about 40 some people in here. That's not a lot of people at all. But in my opinion, it's enough to have a conversation. If you was in a room with 40 people and y'all were having that's enough to have a conversation. If you're a school teacher and you got 25, 30 children in your classroom, that's enough to conduct class and talk and dialogue and all that. But this social media thing is so extreme that I have literally seen people on live streams with one person in the room, two people in the room. I'm not going to do a live stream if it ain't but two of y'all in here. Just not going to do it. I'm not addicted to my own voice like that. If I'm doing a stream and nobody's in it, 0 people are in here. Because it's an addiction. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. I'll start here and go back up. Thank you, Divine Light. Yeah, man. Tell everybody about the Underground Dialogue podcast. Shaheem the Dream says, do not let technology run off with your humanity. That's a quote from KRS-One. Wow. And this is so profound. You know why that's so profound? Because we were just having a conversation. I don't remember if it was on our podcast, but we were having a conversation and we were talking about how these days, when you go to a concert, all you see in the crowd is phones in the air. People holding their phones up, recording, and they're looking at the concert on the screen of their phone, and the performer is right there on the stage. So your physical eye is not fixated on the actual human being that's performing that you paid to come see. Your eye is fixated on that device that you're looking into, and you're filming because you have in your mind, oh, this is going to be some good footage when I upload it on my channel. I'm going to get these clips on my channel. Or you have in your mind to do this. See, you have turned into the performer now. Now, this is your show. And you're not even getting the real experience out of being at the concert. So people will say, oh man, that's how it was back. Man, you got to get up. That's how it is now. Yeah, it is how it is now, but I can't relate to that. When I'm at the show like this. I want to see the actual person. Now, if you pull your phone out here, you might pull your phone out to take a picture. You might get a few minutes of a clip, a few seconds. I understand that. But to stand at a whole show, the whole show. What are you getting out of that? Miss Lady Sample says, yep, time to get back to our ancestral roots. Robert Kamer says, once it's all gone and we got to live off the land again, at least 90% of people won't make it. And not this fam. My kids get disciplined. If not, that belt, they doing manual labor. Hey, that's some old school. Spat a rod, spoil a child. Is that Christ killer? Wow. Reality is just go out there where people are located and sit there and analyze. Most people are afraid to be alone. They feel more comfortable if there is a companion next to them. And I don't take issue with that, because we were created by God to be social creatures. All these people running around want to holler about it. They introverts and all that old crap, freaking introvert. You need some interaction with people. So that's a natural thing. That's something that's innate within us. And yeah, there are some people who are afraid to be alone. They, you know, it's people. There's different degrees of how people's socialization operates. Meaning that there's some people who just gotta be around folks out. They're people person. I love being around folks all the time, man. I got a big family. I'm always with my family, man. I love y'all come on over to my house. And there are people that are like that. Then there are other people that's like, hey man, I rock with y'all, but nah, I can't be around y'all all the time, you know. You got people like me who I'm probably by myself 90% of the time. And I'm fine with it. I'm not sitting around lonely and depressed when I'm by myself. I like being by myself most of the time, to be honest with you. Sometimes I don't just want to be around people, but I love people. So when I do go out, it's like, hey man, yeah, I'm glad to be around. I'm genuinely happy to be in your presence. So there's nothing wrong with that. Social media does not make you invincible. Quit running your mouth like them folks can't come get you. Who are them folks? The police? Who are them folks? These cats on the street? Who are them folks? The enemies you talking about on social media? Who are these folks? You got the vultures out there that look at you and say, oh, he doing it like that? Let me get next to him and act like I like him. I'm going to let him get me pregnant. Got to be wise, man. Michelle Wood says some people are losing jobs over unintelligence and unprofessionalism. Absolutely. That's what I was saying with the Karens. It's like they do these things. You have a job. There's nothing. Look, there is nothing. You have to really be smart how you move these days. Because if some people are dumb enough to incriminate themselves by their own doing, I'm filming myself being a freaking racist. I'm filming it. Now somebody else is filming me back because they pull out their phone. Hey, then you think you're doing something good, and then you end up losing your job. And anytime I see one of them cats lose their job like that, I just brings joy to my heart. But we got to be smarter, y'all. Televised Apocalypse says, I'm not sacrificing those I love for money. Yeah. 2025, man. It's cameras everywhere. When I watch Discovery ID, I'll be amazed at how stupid people still are. It's cameras everywhere. See, we walk around every single day. Y'all listen to me good on this one right here. I want y'all to really, when I say this, I don't want you to start freaking out now, moving forward. But I'm going to say it anyway. Y'all freak out, that's on y'all. But I got to open y'all eyes to this understanding. Do you realize every single day, everywhere you go, the majority of your existence is being filmed and recorded on some type of camera? Everywhere you go, you are on camera. Now, you don't think about it. We don't think about it because, hey, man, I'm just going to the grocery store. Hey, man, I'm just going to the gas station. But there are cameras everywhere we go. And When something happens, that's when you realize that there's cameras everywhere you go, because now they're gonna say, well, you have a surveillance camera? Yeah. So they're gonna show you pumping your gas, they're gonna show the guy walking in the store. They saw you go in Home Depot and buy some gloves, a shovel, and some duct tape. They saw you buy all that. Then they saw you in Walmart, you bought some bleach to clean up the crime scene. Everywhere you go. There's cameras inside of Denny's, cameras outside of Denny's, cameras on the red light. Well, you thought you got away with it. Nope, your neighbor had a Ring camera. So they got the footage of you. They saw you doing what you was doing from across the street because your neighbor had a Ring camera. Oh, they didn't get it all the way. You ran down the street. Oh, that's all right. The other neighbor got a Ring camera. You are on film all the time. Think about that. Now, I don't want to freak y'all out. And MC Josiah just here. Oh, let's not forget about your own phone. It's filming and it's watching and listening. The spy phone, the iPhone. It's watching and listening. We are under 24-hour surveillance. And this is the involuntary surveillance. Let's not even get into the crap that we actually film ourselves. We incriminate ourselves. I just got through telling you, you'll lay out all your dope and your guns on the table and go through your guns one by one. See, it's the such and such. See, I got one of these. I bought this pistol back in 2021. But everybody's so smart. Everybody's so smart. Umberto, I got songs about it. I got too many songs about it. Robert says, not only that, our education system don't help either. Look, I worked for Popeyes for 7 years and managed it for 4 years. These twin brothers both had high GPA, but they couldn't tell time off a clock. Yeah, there's a difference between book smarts and just common sense. Blue Cheese said, Blue Cheese. Yeah, Blue Cheesio. Okay. You literally predicted this. You seen all as it would unfold. That's what. Well, no, I can't take no credit for that. When I make songs like that, I'm just repeating what I learned from the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So if you give anybody the credit, give it to him. He saw this, not me. I believe what he said enough to write songs about it. I believe what Mr. Farrakhan has said enough to write songs about it. But the revelation didn't come through me. Flawed technology has aged better than fine wine. Again, the revelation didn't come through me. Love that chicken from Popeyes. You got everybody thinking about Popeyes now. RRG said it ain't worth it. Stop thinking because you built up a social media presence that you are all powerful. MC Josiah, thank you for the donation, my brother. Nah, man, you ain't late. I'm late. I was watching U of H. Yeah. Is that Trevin? Is that Trevinit K? Trevinit K. Our history will never be hidden any longer. You have done so many amazing things. Man, again, all praise is due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can't never take credit for this, man. I ain't gonna be that dude. I don't know nothing. I didn't know nothing. Wouldn't be no grand deception if it wasn't for the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Wouldn't be no uh, flawed technology and lifting the veil and none of that. Read the scroll says digital hypnosis. That's right. And that's a form of digital hypnosis that I didn't even speak on the song because your social media presence doesn't make you Superman or Superwoman, man. I don't care how many people come in and tell you how great you are, how beautiful, how fine you are, and how many of them watch the twerk video. Then we contribute more to it because when mess and controversy pops off, we get hype behind that because it feeds the views. We're not thinking about safety. We think about getting these numbers. Hmm. I seen K-Rino act all gangster hardcore on Willie D clean on Willie D clean up man video. No, I wasn't acting gangster hardcore. That's the real me. If one of my homeboys is finna get I'm gonna stand up with one of my homeboys. That ain't acting gangster. Yeah. We gotta really just emphasize to the younger generation, y'all, proper usage of social media and to root themselves in their true identity. If we are rooted in our true identity, we don't have to create a false one online on a platform. We have to be rooted in our true selves. That false identity that you carrying, man, is gonna get you in trouble. It's gonna get you in trouble. See, you bring attention has two sides. You got negative attention and you got positive. You good attention, bad attention. Some people say, "Oh man, I don't care what they talk about me, long as they talking about me." Nah, man. Bad attention is a real thing, and you don't want to walk around doing this all the time, man. You got to look around and who is that coming in here? Who is that? You might got to do that anyway, but you don't want to have to do that because of things that you brought on yourself, scenarios that you brought on yourself. We have to grow up and mature in our thinking to know that I don't have to show the world everything that I'm doing. I don't have to react and respond and reply to any negative verbalizations that may have come my way. I ain't got to clap back like that all the time. Time and place for the clap back. And it has to be warranted. I'm not saying don't ever, somebody come out with something, that has to be addressed, and it's still a way you address that. Don't think you can just be out here, man. Yep, my daddy did teach me that, man. Matter of fact, he said 99%. He didn't say 90. He said 99. And you know why he said that to me? He gave me scenarios. If I let you use my car and you wreck my car, and I start going off on you and I'm mad at you and flipping out on you, man, what was you doing, man? I told you not to drive the car fast. They said, well, whose fault is it? Man, it's his fault. Man, he wrecked my car. Who let him use it? It's my fault. It's on me. Man, my best friend banged my wife. That's a little extreme, but what happened? Well, man, I was going out of town on a business trip, and I just told him to keep an eye on my wife, man, while I was gone, man. He kept more than an eye on her. That's your fault. Not to say it wouldn't have happened anyway, but hey, you open the door. Yeah, man. Okay, now what we'll do now, man, we'll turn the back end, these last few minutes, we'll turn them into a open topic if y'all want to go there. But if there's any little nuggets that I may have said in relation to the topic, y'all feel free to share them. Feel free to share them. Man, we got Magneticus Attracticus. I thought I saw Phantom Face earlier when I was running my mouth. Yeah, man. So we'll turn this into an open topic. Yep, Cougs versus Tennessee. Go Cougs. All right, I'll give y'all a couple minutes. If not, we'll shut it down. We'll shut it down. Divine light, Allah. All praise is due to Allah. That's right. At all times. Okay, that's all y'all got? Okay, all right. Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. We ain't got nothing to say. We ain't got nothing to say. Y'all drop y'all location. Let me shout y'all out. Loey Green, we're talking about, the topic was social media doesn't make you invincible. Too many individuals that carry themselves like nothing can happen to them because they have a presence on social media, even if they don't. We got Robert in Abilene. We got Loey Green. They say USA, okay. RRG, south side of H-Town. Christ Killer, man, that's a tough name, man. Galveston, Texas. MC Josiah in Abilene, man. We got Texas representing. Nothing but Texas so far. Big Rick, H-Town. Okay, that go Derek Gibson out there in Memphis. Blue Cheese says social media tends to create cowards. Yeah, a lot of people hide behind social media personas, man. They hide behind them. They never come out. You never see them nowhere, especially when they have controversial platforms where they always talking smack about everybody. It's like, people try to build. See, people get caught up in that controversy sales and that they can the shock value aspects of the game where they feel like, okay, that's what I'll do. I'll do that. You know, but I mean, people don't understand how dangerous that is. But when they start making money, they stop caring about how dangerous it is. But you still got to look over yourself. It's just not smart to do. So you talk, 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 talk. Everything come out your mouth is something negative about somebody else. You know, that's just it's a sad way to live, and it's a dumb way to run your platform. Now, y'all may say I'm dumb because a lot of people who run platforms like that, hey, the platforms are doing good. But I told you earlier, this is all an illusion. So it seems like it. Yeah, you're in the moment, you're all right. But one day you're gonna decide to step out on the town. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Tommy says, I was born into an LDS family, Latter-day Saints. Anyway, I'm interested in learning more about this prophet Elijah Muhammad. Well, Elijah Muhammad is not a prophet, but he is he's a messenger of God. He's the messenger of God. So he ain't hard to find. He not hard to find. I don't want to send you too deep down a YouTube rabbit hole, because some of that stuff on YouTube be false and be lying and making up crap, but a lot of it is legit. You got to go to noi.org, noi.org, and you'll learn a lot about the truth about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Blue Cheesio is in Ontario, Canada. What's up, Philip K? Am I familiar with Julian? Is that a Sanjay? No, I don't know. Who is that? Alberto is in Third Ward. Yep, yep. All good. All right, man. Well, I guess that's it. Hold on. Michelle says, watch who you like, promote, support, and comment on, because they might not be what you thought they were. I made that mistake. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I've seen people who got too far in behind people, and they were grifters and fakes, and like, I mean, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful, man. There's a lot of weirdos out here. All right, y'all. But I appreciate y'all time, man. I will catch y'all later on. Do this for me. I want y'all to go to the Underground Dialogue podcast and check out the latest episode with the homie Mr. Wired Up, and any episode that y'all haven't seen. Anybody who doesn't know that we have a podcast called the Underground Dialogue podcast, go check out an episode tonight. That's y'all's homework. Phantom Face Final. All right, man. Catch y'all later on. Peace.